Hi, thanks for joining us today. In this video, we're going to take a look at creating roof trusses with purlins. To begin, we are in our roof layout of our model, and we start out by going to the roof section of the modeling tab and selecting gable roof. With that selected, we then mark 3 corners of our roof structure, using our constraint shortcuts to do so. Once selected, the roof parameters window opens. Within here, we can amend our roof settings as required for our project. However, in our case, we will leave these as default for now and simply press the select option as shown. Now the component properties window is displayed. Within here, we swap over roof structure wise, and then we select the roofing tile truss option at the bottom and select OK, and again select OK in the roof parameters window. Now our roof structure will be displayed in our model window based on our selections. We select the roof structure and then right-click and select Properties. Within the Properties window, we select the subframe layer, right-click and select Framing Tools. Within the Framing Tools window, we select the drop-down in the Tool Library section and then select Roof Purlin Structures from within here. In the Tools section, we select purlins laid on web from the drop down within here, and then we select OK. With that complete, we then select the truss section within the modeling tab and choose the standard truss option shown. Within the parameters window displayed, settings can be amended if required for your project. However, in terms of ours, we will just use the default settings and select OK. With that done, we select our roof structure again and confirm. We then right-click and select to amend our plate height. We use the default setting and then we select diagonally from one corner of our roof structure to the opposite and press OK. And then with the selection completed, OK again. We then select the opposite peaks of our roof structure and then select OK to add our trusses. We select these and then head up to the Framing Tools option in the navigation ribbon. Our truss structure window is displayed. Within here, we can amend settings we require, but in our case, we will just use the default and then select OK. We then select Generate Parts. With that completed, we can then select one side of our roof structure and then select our roof C90 layer and then Generate Parts. We can then panelize that area and generate the parts with this also via our right-click contextual menu. With that done, we can then amend the orientation of it and our purlins by selecting the fields option and amending it via the arrow, right-clicking and changing it to horizontal. We then place it and then select Generate Parts, and now our purlins are horizontal. With that done, we follow the same process again, but for the other section of our roof structure. Again, generating the roof C90 layer and parts, and then panelizing and amending the orientation via field, and again generating the parts. Once we have completed that, we then have to just adjust the top purlins ever so slightly so that they don't intersect. So we hide our different layers and then select each and move them by selecting, right-clicking, and then choosing Move. We select the bottom corner of the purlin and then move it along slightly. We repeat this step for the other purlin and then we're finished. Next, we'll go on to sorting our connections for our purlins. So we go to the Joints section of the navigation ribbon and then to Connection Details. Within here, we navigate to the Trusses section and choose the purlin-to-truss option. The Joint Options window will then be displayed, where we can customize the connector and fastener, web hole and dimple settings, but in this example, we'll go ahead with the defaults. We then select our trusses and our purlins and confirm, and our connections are then created. And that's our roof trusses with purlins all completed. Thanks for joining us for this video guide. Check out our channel for more.